The world economy in mid-2025 is grappling with unprecedented volatility. From the ongoing war in Ukraine to heightened tensions in the Middle East and the Red Sea, geopolitical conflicts are sending powerful, interconnected shockwaves across the globe. This is creating a profound ripple effect, fundamentally reshaping our economic landscape. Global growth forecasts are being slashed. The UN and World Bank project global GDP growth at just 2.4% for 2025, a significant downgrade. Trade growth is also slowing dramatically, expected to halve to 1.6% in 2025, driven by rising trade barriers and uncertainty. Supply chains under pressure. From efficiency to resilience, the era of lean, just-in-time, global supply chains is over. War has forced a critical shift towards resilience. The war in Ukraine continues to disrupt agricultural markets, impacting global food security and driving up fertilizer costs. It also affects key industrial inputs, crucial for tech and automotive sectors. The Red Sea crisis, with Houthi attacks on shipping, has forced vessels to reroute around Africa. This adds significant time and cost to global trade, impacting everything from manufacturing to consumer prices, especially in Europe. In the Middle East, recent escalations between Iran and Israel pose a critical threat to the Strait of Hormuz, a choke point for 25% of the world's oil. Any major disruption here could send oil prices soaring, potentially to $100 or even $120 per barrel, with severe global economic fallout. The market remains on edge, fearing further escalation. These disruptions are accelerating a strategic shift: de-risking. Companies are moving production closer to home or to allied nations, building larger inventory buffers. While this enhances security, it inherently increases production costs, contributing to a more fragmented global economy. Energy volatility and inflationary fears. Geopolitical events are adding a constant risk premium to oil and gas prices. The Strait of Hormuz remains a critical vulnerability, where any closure could trigger a global recession. This instability is accelerating the push for energy independence through renewables, but the world remains heavily reliant on volatile fossil fuel markets in the short term. These supply shocks directly feed into inflation. Rising costs for energy, food, and transportation are passed on to consumers. The shadow of stagflation, slow growth coupled with high inflation, looms large. Global inflation, though moderating, remains elevated, and the UN warns of upward risks from trade tensions. Developing economies, like Sudan, are particularly vulnerable, facing extreme inflation and worsening humanitarian crises.